because apparently my stuff had been moved around and there's nothing I can actually put it on right now. So this will have to do. So let's just continue on and just play. I love that move. Ow. Okay.
What a waste.
Yeah, it is. Plus, I have been doing some leveling up, and I really need to get something. I'm gonna have to increase my attack. It's got 5,000 around here. Oh, boost grip. Sweet. Alright. Search keyword. Here we go. Wait. Oh, I actually went the wrong... I am such a complete idiot. Oh, that's hilarious. I went to the wrong save. Oops. Yep, I know that. Oh, that's hilarious. I went to the wrong save. Uh, that's funny. And sorry for last week's stream. I hadn't done anything yet, so. Ooh. Because I was playing. I just got my Xbox Series S. Been playing so much on it, and it is really fun to play it. I got so many games from Xbox Series S, One, 360, original Xbox, all of those. Alright, so let's go. What do you want, Kaito? Who am I supposed to speak to? Oh yeah, sorry. Hello.
Anyway, what I'd like to do is ask Kahara about that video face to face. Any chance we could see him again?
I was actually about to suggest that. One moment. It's from Ahara's prison.
What?
Hello? Yes, this is Shiosaki. Yes, I can talk.
His prison? Why would they call us directly?
Guess we'll find out.
Understood. I appreciate the candor. That was one of the prison wardens. He was asked to convey a message from Ahara.
About what?
In short, he won't be speaking with his representation any further.
You're joking.
To be more specific, he said he's not taking any more questions. It seems he fully grasps the situation, even in custody.
How is that even possible?
I'm guessing the murder footage that was uploaded yesterday was also planned out in advance. That or Ahara's conspirators have to be filling him in. How else could he predict we'd try to see him again so soon?
I can see either of those scenarios making sense.
But only someone on the force could be leaking insider information to him like that.
Damn. This shit's turning into a full-blown conspiracy, eh, Doc?
Just like the
Whatever
last
it
game.
is, it's screwing up our plans.
Yeah, the timing couldn't have been worse. Now what are we supposed to do?
Come on. There are plenty of leads that don't involve grilling the culprit.
Yeah? I'd like to hear him.
Well, if it were me, I'd start with Saori-kun.
Okay.
The first thing I want to learn is whether Ehara is really the murderer in this footage. Given the entire sexual battery incident as an alibi, there is no way he could have murdered Mikoshiba. However, this new footage knocks the bottom out of that premise.
Right. Either his alibi or the murder footage. One of the two's been fabricated.
The groping or the murder. Right now, which one do we doubt more? Man. What if they're both real? I feel like Yara's got a twin. The murder footage, it could have been fabricated because, like I said, it... Man. Groping.
I think we should revisit the harassment case. When the sentence came down in court, no one expected it to end up as a murder alibi. Plus, everyone suspected Ihara was working alone. He may have not been. All this makes a huge difference. No one would suspect a train groping to involve accomplices or alibis. The search for evidence wouldn't be as intense as for a murder.
But the entire incident was caught on camera, top to bottom. There's more than enough physical evidence, too.
Then we'll need to verify each and every aspect of the case.
Okay, what first? Should we investigate the crime scene again? Maybe we'll discover something new if we check out the station during the crime's actual time frame.
No, I think we saw everything we could there. Actually, if we're reviewing evidence, we could do that from right here, couldn't we?
What catches your eye specifically? I ask because fabricated evidence would likely show signs of tampering. This would prove Ihara's alibi doesn't hold up.
Time to really scrutinize this case. What evidence was Ihara relying on to falsify his alibi? Man. I would say this.
This part's still getting to me.
The security footage of Shinjuku Station. We see Ihara pinned down here. The train arriving in the shot there pulled into Shinjuku Station at 9:12 a.m.
What happened to Ihara after he was caught?
Station police restrained him upon arrival, then conducted a trace element inspection. This is where following proper procedure really paid off. Within a relatively short time, they detected fibers on Ihara that matched the victim's underwear.
Got it.
Honestly, everything about this part adds up to me.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Damn it! I think I might have been this one.
This part's still getting to me.
This is one of the eyewitness videos recorded at the crime scene. This is the biggest one, at least in terms of what's been aired on television.
Okay, but just to ask, do we know anything about who was behind the camera?
He's a male restaurant worker who was commuting at the time of the incident.
His video lines up with everything the station's security cameras caught as well.
So, no issues there.
Damn it, I'm really... Was it this one?
This part's still getting to me.
The security footage from Ikebukuro Station shows Ihara arriving at the platform around 7:50 a.m. He just stood there for over an hour until boarding the 906 train.
He was looking for a target, right?
Yes, but Ihara says he was deliberating whether to go through with seeing his wife. After all, the two are separated.
Could there be any chance this is an Ihara imposter?
Huh?
Using the hat and shades to make it less obvious? Think about it. If Ihara had a double, he'd be free to murder Mikoshiba in Ijincho at 7:30. Then a few hours later, just past 9 o'clock, he swaps places with the stand-in and gropes the victim.
I actually considered that possibility, but there wasn't an opportunity for any sort of swap to occur.
None at all?
See, Ihara was caught on multiple security cameras standing right by the victim as they board the train, and the camera inside the train car continues this unbroken footage. At this point, Ihara gropes the victim, as proven by the trace elements detected. Then once the train arrives at Shinjuku, Ihara flees the scene, and is promptly tackled by passers-by once the victim calls for help. After that, he's brought into police custody, and eventually booked into jail.
I thought you had something there. A stand-in would have really fit the bill.
Right? Since we're pretty sure Ihara had accomplices, why not assume one could have been his stand-in?
As we discussed, there was no opportunity for any sort of person swapping to occur. The victim felt a hand reach up into her knee-length skirt, scaring her motionless for the full 6-minute ride to Shinjuku Station.
Could you describe the victim for me?
She's an office worker married to an industrial designer. Also has a 6-year-old son. Full name, Yui Mamiya. 30 years old.
A wife and mother.
Perhaps if we talk to Mamiya-san directly, She could give us more insight than that video. She may even recall something none of us know, upon learning Ehara's alibi might have been fabricated.
That's a good plan. We'll finally have a fresh source of info.
In that case, give me a moment so I can get a meeting set up. We should have her address and other information somewhere on file. Bear in mind, Mamiya-san was the victim here. As the assailant's defense, I doubt we'll get a warm welcome.
That's pretty standard for us, I'd say. Nobody rolls out the red carpet for a detective, right?
Yeah. Say, Kaito-san, it looks like we've got some free time, so let's say we grab some food.
Now that you mention it, I am getting hungry.
Yummy, yummy. Man, I really want some more money on that.
Huh.
You think they want something? Bet it's not a friendly hello.
They do look like they mean business.
This Arcade's idea of an ambush? How basic.
Kaito-san, there's more.
Over there, too.
Same losers from yesterday. Guess they want to settle the score.
Looks like they rounded up some buddies and waited for us to show.
Not clever.
Well, whatever the hell they want. Let's not get Genda-sensei and them involved. Follow me.
Okay.
Guess we gotta lure them away. But can I actually get something from Papo first? What can I get? Anything good? Huh. Do I have a Drunken Fist skill? I forgot about that one. Yeah, I do. Ooh. This one's gonna be good. If I can drink enough, then I'll be able to use it.
Hold up! Would you?
Let's see if I get here. Where's my drunkenness? Okay, let's put that as the shortcut. Oh wait, no, this is coffee. What the hell? There we go, sake.
Alright, I'm getting fed up with this shit.
Why haven't they made a move yet? It's like they're waiting for something.
Whatever it is, they're taking their sweet-ass time. Hey! Quit dicking around and come get some!
What the hell? They're just gonna keep stalking us?
Well, thanks for waiting, assholes!
Shit!
Let me guess. You're Arcade too?
Bastard went straight for our heads. Are you nuts, guy?
Shut your mouth!
Time to drink.
The stronger I get.
I just started to think, what would have happened if I actually used the snake style on that? Man, that would have been so cool. Ah, same thing. Oh yeah.
That's one down.
Not out of the woods just yet.
They really went all out on the backup. Is the whole town arcade now or something?
Doc, we should probably get gone before the cops roll in.
Why? It's not our fault we're getting jumped.
That's true.
Their plan was to come at us in waves. I've about had it with this crap.
Yeah. At this rate, we won't be meeting Sari-san and the others. Wouldn't want to drag them into this.
Good point. So why not hit Arcade at home?
Yeah?
Why not? Soma and Akatsu are at the top, and they probably remember me. I'll just ask them real nice to keep their goons off our back. Unless you want to keep dealing with these fucking scrubs.
I'm fine with making a house call. Any idea where it is?
Yeah, a club in the back of Theater Square. Used to be arcade exclusive. Nowadays, I hear they let in thugs from all over. I admit, I'm kind of curious.
But I feel like kicking the crap out of them again, so... Time to hit him with the cone. Booyah.
What a waste.
Nah, I would have kept that cone.
What is it?
Whoa. Whoa. That was so cool.
And stay down.
What is that, a double hit? That was freaking awesome. Just one hit from the boxer style. Oh, that's funny. I love how the music changes with each style changing.
Really, guys?
I'm gonna take them all out before I go to their home. Oh. Oh, that's hilarious. I love that. Whew. Oh, that's gotta be one of my favorite EX actions.
Stay down.
What is it?
I gotta get more sake. Alright. Alright, let's boost the attack. Oh my god, that was hilarious. You gotta love that. Alright. Whew.
Too fast.
Alright. Time to cut through Theater Square. Ah, I didn't want to do that.
Here we go.
Oh, that's so cool. I don't think I've ever done this. Dude, I wanted to see what had happened.
Really, guys?
I wanted to see what if there was any EX actions from the boxer style. Oh, you are kidding me. Wait, a grab is just a punch? Oh, damn.
And stay down.
Yeah, I'm full on the pocket tissues.
This is it, Talk. Get ready to meet some shady people.
Yeah, shady is definitely the operative word here. Can't imagine this place gets a lot of foot traffic.
Who knew an entrance to the underground was right here in broad daylight? Alright, let's get in there and be done with this.
Seriously, can I just get a bonus?
Hey, who the hell are you two? Got some invitations?
The Yagami Detective Agency doesn't need any. Say, is Akutsu or Soma around?
Detectives, huh?
There a problem here? This is a public business, isn't it?
About time you showed up. We've been expecting you.
Nothing like running into an old friend.
You want to talk to Akutsu-san, fine. But only Kaito gets in.
Why?
See, we all knew the Yakuza out in the cold would come around to us once the Tojo clan cleared out. Know what makes us such a hit?
Who gives a shit?
We got a system fleshed out. Your average gangbanger starts at rank F. But an ex-Yakuza, a Tojo head at that, fast track right to B rank. Oh, and just for you, Kaito-san. The boss says he'll start you out at A.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got your pick of the chumps. But I'm here to talk to a fucking adult man. So get stepping and take me to Akutsu.
Spoken like a man with some balls. I can see why Akutsu's had his eye on
What? So I really have to just wait in the lobby?
you. You should thank your lucky stars you're not dead yet.
I don't know about this, Kaito-san. What if you need backup?
Going into gang turf without backup, that's too dangerous even for Kaito. We have no clue how many members are back there or what they're doing.
Relax, Talk. All I gotta do is talk man-to-man with Akutsu real quick, and we'll be out of here.
You heard the man. Now come on.
If it's gonna be that quick, I'll just wait right here.
Do whatever you want.
You're shit for business.
Ah, come on. Don't you want to be friends?
I gotta admit, Yagami has a really good sense of humor. It's been 10 minutes since Kaito-san went in. I have no clue what's going on. And there's no sign of him returning. Guess that means...
Hey, think I could use your restroom? There's one inside, right?
Go shit on the cement for all I care. Restrooms are for guests only.
So, you in arcade too? I take it business is good lately.
Oh, hell yeah. Recruits are swarming in by the dozen. If you're looking for quick cash in Kamurocho, arcade's where it's at. Plenty of hotties, too.
Well, being a detective offers cash too, so
and all you do is
there's that.
fool around on your phone. Talk about living on easy street.
Screw you.
Hey, not my fault they don't loop you into the good jobs. Bet those only go to the A-rank guys. You must be, what, F? F minus?
The fuck did you just say?
Oh, did I offend you? Sorry. Guess some gangbangers are softies.
I'll show you who's soft, asshole!
Damn.
Sorry. Getting split up from my buddy does make me kind of an asshole.
I never should have let Kaito-san come in here alone. I have to find him now. Not like sitting around would do the case any good. Anyway. I do gotta admit, the Xbox Series S graphics from this game look pretty interesting. And I haven't even reached Chapter 3. First I need to find Kaito-san. He's supposed to be talking to Akutsu right now. And are all these guys RK? It'd be a pain to take all of them on. Besides, if I make a scene, who knows what might happen to Kaito-san. I need to find a way around without getting noticed by them. Let's start out searching that room. Generator, some liquor, storage boxes, and a safe.
Suspicious. Hey. Suspicious.
Where's the air coming from? Oh, you mean that?
Suspicious.
Okay. Look? You mean parkour? Jeez.
Hey, where'd that new guy get taken to?
I heard Akutsu-san wanted to see him.
For real? Was he taken to the VIP room then?
Sounds like it.
I see. It looks like Kaito-san was taken to the VIP room.
Even I've never gotten in there. What makes him such a big shot?
VIP room seems to be that way. Alright, let's check it out. Okay. Now, I really wish I could go faster. There's a bartender. I guess he's just setting up. Maybe it's just from up here, but he kind of looks like me. Yeah, he... Yeah. Let's see if I can track that guy down. Yeah, good idea. Plus, why was he just standing in front of a bar if he was actually going to go that way? The judo chop.
Sorry, man. Take a quick breather.
What happened to the beard, man? He might actually pull this off. Has he ever seen his beard? I don't think he will pull it off.
Hey, can I ask you a question? What's inside the safe in the back room?
Is he talking about the safe in the other room?
Who knows? All I do know is that it's locked. But I heard once you hit rank C, they tell you the passcode.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I think I might know the passcode, actually.
Huh? What do you mean?
I overheard some rank B dude talking over the phone. He said the safe opens with the numbers that represent RK.
Numbers that represent RK? You mean like the amount of members?
Maybe? I have no idea. But he did say that R is 18.
R is 18? I don't get it at all, man.
R18? Is it the order of the alphabet? If the code is RK in numbers, what number would be KB again? And do I add the numbers or put them in order? Well, I guess I won't know until I try them. Yeah, that's a good idea. So R is 18, which should be... I think it was 11? 18, 11. Oh! Guess I did it. Alright, anything else that I need to overhear?
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Just, I hope you said
it's the same thing. Nobody's getting suspicious. Great, even more of them hanging around. If I get surrounded here, it's all over. I better be extra careful if I have to deal with any of them.
Hey, you there!
Yes? Can I help you?
You better stop fucking around. Didn't I ask you for another round?
Huh? Another round?
You forgot my order already? I want my bottle.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Wait a minute. You know what? Fuck the bottle. How about you just mix me a cocktail?
But of course.
What's with the whole "but" in the "of course"? I guess I don't have any choice but to make this guy his drink. Hang on, maybe this is just what I needed. If I put him under the table with some strong booze, I can clear out of here. It's worth a shot anyway. Hope you know some hangover cures, fellas. Because he actually did work at a bar once. It's weird when he looks like that.
Here, sir.
Phew. I actually managed to get through that somehow. My disguise worked against this one guy, but that guard looks harder to trick. I won't be able to get into the VIP room unless I do something about him. I should lure him into the shadows on the other side and take him out there. That means I'll have to cut across this floor. Gotta be careful about this.
You got it.
Risk the money. Come on. That was so close.
Too close.
Oh, crap. Really? I guess I have to throw a smoke ball at him? No, 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 no. Who said you could look? There you go. There we go.
That's a good boy.
I hate to say it, Akutsu. I'm in a price bracket you couldn't afford if you wanted to.
I'm not saying you'd need to call it quits on the detective gig you've got going, Kaito-san. You can just give us a hand, help us out a bit when Arcane needs some real muscle on the field.
That a fucking joke? On what planet would I sign up for more busy work?
Think you might want to tone it down there, big guy? I've got my boys in the room. Being talked to like this isn't a good look.
Why would you care how you look? You're a bunch of damn Yakuza. You and Soma are picking up the Tojo clan scraps, yeah? Or do you have a real plan?
We'd have the manpower if we wanted to.
With all your washed-up Yakuza and punk-ass kids? I don't see it happening, man. What are you fucking thinking?
Exactly why we need more guys like you. Help me show this crew how the big boys roll. I need some authority on this to get it built the right way.
So you want me on as a drill sergeant for scumbags? Count me out.
Kamurocho's underground river of cash is still flowing, but there's no more Tojo clan upstream to collect it all. There's no more rules. We can run this town however the fuck we want. And once we've got ours, we can slip back into civilian lives to live it up clean as a whistle.
You want to be a civilian again? You're kidding.
Oh yeah. Want to have the cash to buy your favorite store, pop out a couple of kids and settle down with a family? Never would have been possible in the Yakuza life.
Well, why the fuck would you need me to do that? After you step into the shadow of the underworld, you never really escape from those chains. Don't sell me your bullshit like I'm one of your fucking brats. Huh. Sounds to me like your whole damn pitch just ran out of gas. Go out there and build your dream gang if you want. I don't give a shit. That said, if you keep bugging me about this shit, I'm gonna make sure you regret it. Keep your fucking distance from us.
Did you say us? Are you refusing to join up because you have a partner? Bring Yagami along for all I care.
Did you hear a word of what I just said?
I'd reconsider that stance if I were you. If you aren't coming along as a friend, then you're my enemy.
I don't take work from assholes.
Have it your way, then. Hey, round up the boys.
Sir. Hey! Get off your asses!
Too late for that. I knew exactly how this little chat was gonna go down.
Son
Yeah, well, I knew exactly where you'd be for a chat you weren't invited to.
Well, if you're done over there, shall we get back down to business?
You're not walking out of here.
If you don't know how to use that thing, you're gonna cut yourself, man. You sure?
You fuckers are the ones who don't know shit. This whole damn town belongs to the arcade now, you know.
Now the whole town belongs to you, huh? You fucking morons. You're gonna have to pry this town out of my hands!
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Ow. Oh crap. Oh crap. Wait, do I have, where is it? Flux Fisher. Ah. Really gonna need that. Let's see here, what can I get for this? Oh yeah. That is definitely gonna be awesome.
Hey! Quit dragging your ass!
Right! Sorry, boss! Yo! Fuck them up, boys!
Dumbass, you down already?
No, sir! Come on, let's fucking do this!
Alright. I love that one. yeah. Oh yeah.
Now I understand why you wanted Kaito on your side.
Still got anything you want to say, Akutsu?
I can appreciate your perspective on this, Kaito.
In that case, you better leave us the hell alone.
Yeah, we can do that. We get it. It's fine. Right, Akutsu?
Why are you here? Aren't you busy?
Just checking in. You made quite a mess here.
Ooh.
Tak meets Soma. He's the leader of the RK.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
You keep saying we, but I don't think you know what's going on. You just gonna waltz in here and bark orders?
Kaito-san turned down your offer, didn't he? And the other guy is Yagami from his own detective agency. Before that, he was an accomplished lawyer. Now he's with Kaito-san independently.
It's my job to be running HQ, though. You shouldn't roll up unannounced.
I'm supposed to leave you to your own devices? I do have to check in, at least to show my face.
Got a cold?
It's a dust allergy, actually. Tough thing to live with. And I used to catch hell for it in the Yakuza. Quit that infernal sniffling, they'd say.
Yeah, that couldn't have been easy, man. I bet they would beat the shit out of you if you didn't blow your nose.
You know it. I do wish we'd had the time to work together, Kaito-san. You as well, Yagami-san. It may feel like we're a small-time outfit in the immediate term, but RK will grow. We'll show you. But in the meantime, we'll leave the two of you be. Does that work?
Finally, some sense. Best of luck with the growth. As the leader here, you need brains and brawn.
Something else?
Your gang was out there searching for some guy in a picture. Oh. How'd that hunt end up turning out? He was some kind of girls' bar manager, wasn't he? It sounded like he'd disappeared from Kamurocho more than a few years back. You have any luck tracking him down?
Ah, we actually found that he's unfortunately dead. Likely murdered. Considering Kamurocho's reputation and the nature of his profession, I can't say I'm all that surprised.
Got it. I guess I was just kind of curious.
Always happy to oblige a detective.
Finally, more money than I actually had. Seriously, how am I going to customize the dog? I forgot.
I guess we shouldn't have taken RK so lightly, even though they're new to the scene.
Yeah. Supposedly Soma's the one who spearheaded the campaign to scoop up all the ex-Tojo. Turns out he's teaching the next generation of thugs about protection money, loan sharking, mugging. He's like an unemployment agency for shitheads. They've got 50 full-time bodies so far, but if you include part-timers and other associates, they may be well over 2,000 strong.
That's a lot. Even half that's a lot.
The Yakuza left behind a gaping power vacuum in this town. Even if it wasn't RK, someone else would have swooped in. So much for peace and quiet in Kamurocho, huh?
Saru-san's calling. Hello?
It's Shirosaki. Sorry for the wait. I found our file on Ahara's victim.
Ah, Mamiya-san, right? Yui Mamiya?
Yes, she lives with her family in East Ikebukuro. I'm about to make a quick house call.
Awesome. Then I'll be right over.
Good. See you sooner than later, I hope.
I caught all that. You go on ahead, Doc. This one's outside my area of expertise.
Okay. I'll head back to the office when I'm done.
Now to purchase something like a health boost. Seriously, how many health boosts am I going to get for this? Because in total, this would be 16. Jeez. Otherwise, counting the EX, I think that might be... that would be 20. Oh, okay. Lot of sense. Okay. Nothing. Man, how am I supposed to get something good? Huh. Time to head to the office. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, perfect timing, Yagami-san. And here I was about to go without you. Are you ready to visit Mamiya-san?
Time to head for the home of Ihara's victim. Who doesn't know we're dropping by? Didn't Shirosaki said that she was going to make a house call?
Well, the best we can hope for is that she'll hear us out.
Yep. Whew.
Remember, we're speaking to a victim here, Yagami-san. One whose assailant we defended in court. If we had tried to make an appointment, she probably would have declined outright.
Not sure showing up unannounced is much better. So let's just hope she's willing to talk.
Yes, there's no way around it. It's a risk we had to take.
Well, here goes nothing.
Yes?
I'm Shirosaki from the Genda Law Office, the attorney for Mr. Akihiro Ihara. You may remember me from the hearings.
Why are you here? Don't you know it's rude to show up at someone's door uninvited?
I understand, but we have a pressing matter that directly concerns you. If we could do this another way, we would. I apologize for any inconvenience.
I'm sorry, but the trial's over and done with. You know I can legally turn you away.
You're right, but I'm only asking a moment of your time. Please, would you mind?
Even Saori-san couldn't whip up a solid approach for this. Are we really out of luck here?
I don't have time for this. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Wait, before you do that. Sorry to butt in. I'm Yagami, a detective helping Saori here out.
And?
I can't let this be the end. I need to talk to her into opening this door somehow. How do we get Yui Mamiya's attention and have her open?
I know in your eyes we're just scumbag lawyers defending perverts in court. It was just a paycheck to them, you're thinking. And yes, why should you care?
Wow. It's like you read my mind. If you're so perceptive, shouldn't you know it's time to leave?
Wait, that's not what I meant at all. Look, that was just an opener. Are you aware of the trending video that's leading people to believe Ihara committed murder? Thing is, the victim was confirmed to be alive in Yokohama until the morning of your own incident. And since Ihara was on the train with you, they're ruling him out as a murder suspect.
So, what is it you're getting at?
Just trying to ensure you're in the clear from any of that unfortunate business. If we could do this now, we'd never bother you again. All we need is 10 minutes of your time.
How absurd.
We're only trying to help, but if later would work better for you, we could always come back another time. With our supervisor, of course. That visit would probably be more formal. There'd be paperwork, audio tapes, you know the drill. You'll want to clear your schedule.
I really don't have time for any of that.
No, I understand, and it's entirely our fault. We thought we'd do this casually, but we really should have been more by the book. But it is a murder case, so we do have to make sure our paperwork is in order here. Now, would you prefer to schedule a date to accommodate a more formal interview?
You said 10 minutes if we do it now, right?
We'll make it as painless as possible.
All right. Hold on.
We really do appreciate it.
Well, I'm impressed. I'm also not sure I should trust a word you say ever again.
Really? I did get us in the door, didn't I?
I'm joking. I do appreciate the help. Now let's
really
not screw this up. This is likely the only conversation we'll have with Mamiya-san.
It was really hard to tell if she was joking, though.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Again, we apologize for the intrusion.
Let's just get this over with already.
The victim.
Okay, bye-bye.
We'll make this quick.
We could use a conversation opener with Mamiya. Let's take a quick look around for something useful. Oh, good. That's just great.
Suspicious.
A child's drawing probably of his mother. They even put it in a nice frame. How cute.
Suspicious.
If I remember correctly, Yui Mamiya lives here with her husband and son. They seem pretty happy in this picture. A children's bicycle. Obviously that just belongs to the boy we just met. Okay. One hanger. Weird.
What the?
What?
Hey.
Quite the layout they've got here. The kitchen has a clear view of the living room. A kid's play set must be nice. Having a place big enough for one of those. Nothing there.
Suspicious. Hey.
Yui Mamiya's 6-year-old son, a cute kid. I guess he just started grade school. He seems pretty excited by visitors dropping by. Looks like his dad's not home yet, though. Oh, wait. What? Yeah. We're sure the laptop's full of useful data, but we're obviously not getting to that. Damn.
Uh-huh.
Nope, not there. Okay, anything else? What else was there? I just saw something. That's weird. Huh.
Hey.
For a married couple only in their 30s, they seem to be living pretty comfortably. Maybe their parents are helping them out too. Whatever the case, they're clearly above average income. As Yui Mamiya, wife, mother, office worker, and victim of Ihara's perversion. They got on the same train in Ikebukuro, where she ended up having to suffer through Ihara groping her. That's all.
So, talk. I've already told the police and the court everything they could want to know about that morning.
I'm sorry to put you through this again, but would you mind going over those details with us?
What else is left to discuss?
I understand how pressured you might feel.
I've gone over this so many times. I wonder if pressing charges was even worth it.
No. What you did was both brave and inspirational. Many victims are afraid to come forward for any number of reasons. Your voice might give them courage to find their own.
Ironic. Hearing this from that Predator's defense team.
Well, perhaps.
Would you mind walking us through that day from the beginning?
It's nothing so mysterious. I was just on my way to work when some man grabbed my butt. That's all it was.
Nothing else was out of the ordinary that day?
Correct.
Not to pry, but where is your husband today?
Still at work? He usually doesn't get home until later. On that note, I have to feed my son, so let's get this wrapped up soon.
We'll try our best. Moving along. On that day, you and Ahara-san boarded the train bound for Ikebukuro, correct? Had you ever seen the man before then?
No. At least not that I can recall. How many times must I go over this? The
Who's
lawyer
asking
friend
that question?
here already knows everything I have to say. What do you gain by getting me to repeat things?
That's the thing. Yagami-san here is a specialist. He can take whatever you repeat, analyze it, and draw up an entirely new conclusion. Right?
Of course. That's exactly why I'm here.
Right, now the pressure's really on. Seems to be a recurring thing lately.
In the security footage as you stepped onto the train, it looks like Ahara-san stepped right behind you. Were you aware of his presence at this point?
I was. It felt like someone kept pushing up against me with no sense of personal boundaries. I remember second-guessing myself at the time, thinking it was normal for the train to be that packed.
Then the train took off while you were stuck in that situation.
Yes. And then I felt the back of his hand against me. It kept getting worse from there, to the point where he went under my skirt. And the pig had the nerve to write it off as an accidental brush on a crowded train. But that kind of touch wasn't accidental. He even grabbed at me.
Truly awful. And I do sympathize. I've also had to turn in an abuser like that. Personally speaking, some men can't wait to debase themselves at the first opportunity.
Why would you say that and look at me?
I just stood there, frozen. I couldn't see who was touching me. I had no idea what to do. I wanted to scream. But what if he just played it off? So I decided I would bear it till the next station.
Are you okay, Mommy?
I'm fine, sweetie. We're just having a bit of grown-up talk. Are you hungry?
Uh-huh.
Then go read your book and wait over there for Mommy. We're almost done.
Looks like this is going to be ending soon, no matter what. I should keep my questions brief. Up to now, I haven't heard any contradictions between Manga's account and the security footage.
You said the abuse lasted the entire 6 minutes between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station. Did you see the groper's face at any time during that span?
No. I was too terrified to look. And I thought, even if I did, he'd just pull away and escape. But just as the train was pulling into Shinjuku, I reached back and grabbed the hand on me. That's when I saw his face. Of course, he shook me off as the doors opened, but I'd already gotten a clear look at him. He must have known I could turn him in at that point. So he ran, and I chased after.
Right. That was captured by the station's security cameras.
Great job tailing him in such a crowded space. On that note, did you ever happen to lose sight of Ahara-san while running?
His cap was pretty easy to spot, and no one else was bolting off the platform like that, so I never lost sight of him. At that point, I could feel my voice returning, so I just screamed, "That man grabbed me!"
I'm glad there were good Samaritans nearby.
For sure. And there were a lot of smartphones out, so I figured there was no way for him to get away with it. I was so relieved.
I see. I think I've got the gist of it. But now we've got a piece of evidence that contradicts what you've told us.
What do you mean?
Yui and Mamiya's story lines up with her testimony from the trial, but there is one thing that it contradicts. Okay, I'm really confused now. What the hell? Okay, now I'm really lost.
Despite what we just went over, wouldn't you say this contradicts your account of the incident?
I'm not sure what you mean. Did I say something odd?
No, Yagami.
Oh, shh. If you'll allow me to rephrase.
I wanted to skip that one just to make sure that so we can get to the point. Was it this one?
Despite what we just went over.
No.
Oh, if you'll...
Okay, so it's not that one.
Despite what we just went...
No.
Oh, if you'll...
Of course. Is the train?
Despite what we...
No.
Oh, if you'll...
Seriously, what the hell?
Despite what we just...
No.
Oh, if you'll...
Come on. I guess...
Despite...
No.
Oh, if you'll...
I am just getting all wrong answers. Is it this one?
Well, on the same day, at 6:30 a.m. in Yokohama, a student teacher named Hiro Mikoshiba was sent off to work by his mother. But he was soon abducted near his home, only to be found dead much later in Ijincho.
Is that...
According to the video, Ihara-san here is the murderer.
What?
He killed Mikoshiba in cold blood to get vengeance for his bullied son. His kid was about to graduate high school, but instead, he took his own life. So Ihara took it upon himself to punish his son's tormentor.
That's awful.
But now we come back to the issue here. If this footage is authentic, then Ihara-san couldn't have been your assailant. The victim's estimated time of death and Ihara-san's time of arrival in Tokyo simply don't allow for it. It's just not possible for someone to make that commute. But there's the flip side. If Ihara-san was in fact your assailant, it would mean this murder footage is a fabrication.
I don't know what you expect me to say after all this.
Right? Now you know how we're feeling. That's why we came to see if you had any leads for us.
So that's what this is about.
After hearing your story, I have no doubt you endured a lot that day. Which would obviously mean that murder video was faked.
Then, who shared that video? And why?
Wish I knew. Based on the quality, something this convincing would need quite a budget. Whether it's CG on top of real murder footage, or just a rock-solid AI creation, no way it was cheap. So why go through all this effort to fake a murder? Who would benefit from it? But I have to say, I feel much closer to piecing this puzzle together with your help today. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, and rest assured, this will be the last time you see us. Our apologies for the unexpected visit. And for dredging up unpleasant memories.
It's fine. So long as this is really the end of it all.
Wow. That was really weird. I still don't know if Ihara did commit the murder or he was at the station.
I'd like to report Mamiya-san's account to the rest of the team. Can I count on you to be there?
Sure. Let me give Kaito-san a heads up.
Alright, then I'll see you there.
Yo, me.
Hey, I just got back to Kamurocho. Everything good? Any news?
All good here, man. What's with you? You worried Arcade got to me or something?
I mean, they did run their mouths about stabbing us in the back. But if you're good, I'm good. Anyway, I'm heading to Genda so Sari-san and I can go over what we learned from Mamiya.
You're the boss. As for me, I'm calling it a day.
You do that.
Seriously, I think that the conversation where their lips are moving, they could have just done that with the cutscenes too. Like, why didn't they do that? That was way better.
Are we ready, Yagami-san? Let's start with our visit to Mamiya-san, if that sounds reasonable to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start there.
So, the victim's story is completely in line with her court testimony, huh?
That's correct. There wasn't anything new to pick up.
Unfortunately.
In which case, should we look into the murder video instead? Like, figure out how they made it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Whether that tape's fake or real, someone had to put it online, right? Do we have any theories on who that might be?
Well, the footage showed enough of the surroundings to make the crime scene clear. As somebody who's been there, I can confirm that the blood splotches match what you see in the footage. Which means...
Who uploaded Ihara's murder footage to the internet?
The murderer's accomplices have to be the ones who posted it for him.
Yeah, I can't see it any other way.
I also agree with Yagami-san.
But in that case, what would their motive be?
Maybe they wanted to make a mockery of the police, or even the whole system.
Huh?
We know Ihara got himself convicted for groping, so he'd have an alibi for Mikoshiba's killing. But then, his conspirators turned it around by uploading the murder video online. Almost as if to say, look how he got away with it.
I see. Yeah, that does make it sound like he's taunting them.
That's well and good, but I'd like to shift gears. Let's talk about the actual fabrication of the video. How does one go about that?
Well, for example, the true culprit would be taped murdering Mikoshiba. Then Ihara's face would be copied and blended onto the killers. That's how they'd approach it in a Hollywood movie.
But then, wouldn't you be able to see traces of it being faked?
Tsukumo-san reported that he's found nothing of the sort in his analysis.
We've been down this road before. If we take the stance that the footage is fabricated, we have absolutely nothing to work with.
Then let's tackle this from the stance that the video's actually real. If that's the case, there has to be a flaw in the groping issue. I think we've collected enough evidence to find it too.
Before meeting with Yui Mamiya, didn't you mention the possibility of Ihara using a stand-in? Perhaps the real Ihara murdered Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then swapped places with the imposter so he could be detained.
But we couldn't find an opportunity for the swap to happen, remember? From the moment he set foot on the Ikebukuro platform, Ihara was constantly on camera.
But wait, that's not entirely accurate, is it?
Huh?
Ihara wasn't constantly on camera between Ikebukuro Station and Shinjuku. And the proof is... Oh boy. Huh. Would it be... God damn it, which one is it?
Take a look at this.
I'm not sure why you're showing us this. Sad as it may be, such a major...
Yeah. You nailed the exact point I wanted to make here.
Uh-oh.
Which...
Wait, hold on. There's a conversation. There's not a moment when Yahara is off camera. It says it may be such a major transit hub is bound to have tons of surveillance nowadays.
Was...
Yahara wasn't constantly on camera between... Ah... God damn it. No, not that. I think it's this.
Take a look at this.
I'm not sure why, sad as it may be.
Yeah.
Which...
Oh boy. I am so screwed now. Do I have to look? Do I have to show the murder footage again?
What are your thoughts on this video?
I mean, other than it being extremely unsettling, I'm honestly a bit confused as to why you're bringing it up now.
Yeah, it is confusing.
Oh boy.
Take a look at this.
I'm not sure what sad as it may...
Yeah.
Which...
Oh boy, what am I gonna do here?
What do you think this evidence indicates?
Ihara's transit card. That just shows he passed through the Ikebukuro station gate at 7:43 a.m. Its timestamp matches the security camera footage, so we know it's accurate.
Then, if Ihara committed the murder at 7:30 a.m. in Yokohama, no way he could have made it to Ikebukuro 13 minutes later.
I think we're all aware of that by now.
Okay, hang on.
What the hell? What about this one?
Take a look at this.
I'm not sure why you're sad as it may be. Such a maid...
Yeah.
Which...
Oh boy.
Remember how we mocked up a diagram on the Shinjuku station platform?
Yeah. Oh, wait! That's it! You could be onto something. There's a point where Ihara wasn't on camera at all.
What is this point you speak of?
Let's all go over the diagram so that everything will be clear. Here's what I want you to see.
Suspicious. What the? Suspicious. What the?
This is the spot I'm looking for.
It's very brief, but there's a moment where Ihara and Mamiya-san can't be seen by the security cameras. The dotted lines on the arrow represent the camera's blind spot.
It does appear so. So you're saying this is where the Groper, the fake Ihara, traded places with the real one?
Can't say it's impossible, right?
Right. Except if that actually happened, Mamiya-san would have been right behind them at the time. Could the two really swap places without her noticing?
In a crowd like that, I think it's feasible.
If that really was Ihara's plan, then I'd say he was being careless.
Careless? How?
Well, on the day of the incident, the station was packed for morning rush hour. That means there was no solid guarantee the assailant could make the switch. He could have been nailed by any random passerby before reaching the blind spot.
Good point. Not only that, if Mamiya-san had called for help while the train was still moving, then the first Ihara would have been caught before even reaching the platform.
Oh, I mean, yeah! Called it.
Think about it, Yagami-san. Why would Ihara's accomplices meticulously plan out every last detail of this alibi, only to leave such a crucial component to chance, as Hoshino-kun pointed out?
Oh, just doing my job.
True. Good work, Hoshino-kun. In fact, I think that may back up my own take on it.
Yeah?
What if everything, including the appearance of leaving the plan to chance, was part of the plan?
Can you expound on that?
I'm saying I agree that such an airtight alibi wouldn't have allowed for contingencies. And that takes the question to another level. Just how far did they line up the pieces in advance to make the swap work?
Are you saying there's more to it than we discussed? What did we miss?
If everything on the day of the murder, including the train groping, was planned from start to finish, what else can we possibly deduce?
Hiro Mikashiba has to still be alive, meaning the body found in Ijincho was someone else's.
Well, Kanagawa PD already determined that the body belonged to Hiro. The body had been decomposing for 2 months, but they were still able to match his prints and dental records.
Of course.
Was that all? You made it sound like you had this whole thing figured out.
No, hang on. Ihara secured his alibi for the murder by swapping with a stand-in at the Shinjuku Station blind spot. For them to be able to pull that off, a certain possibility comes to mind.
Right, so what exactly would that be?
I was so sure he was alive.
I know this won't go over well, but what if Mamiya was colluding with Ihara all along?
Huh?
Bear with me. Let's say Mamiya was in on this, and knew about the imposter in advance. If that's the case, the swap could happen right in front of her, and no one but the three of them would know.
You're saying the victim of a groping conspired with her assailant beforehand? That's ridiculous.
It's not a suggestion I'm fond of, but I have to consider the possibility of Mamiya playing a part in this conspiracy.
Let me just say, I'm only trying to work out how a swap like that would be guaranteed to work. Now, if Ihara and his stand-in both know that Mamiya will pretend not to have seen them, they can trade places in the blind spot with impunity. Conversely, if Mamiya wasn't in on the plan, the idea of a swap would never work. We can say with certainty that she would have seen the swaps, so... she could have even called attention to the real Ihara the moment he stepped in. That way, the people around her would be focused on chasing the correct assailant. The rest is as we know it. They caught Ihara and detained him until the police showed up.
Hold that thought. If your theory is accurate, what about Ihara's trace evidence? Remember that fibers of the victim's underwear were detected on his hand.
Well, that can also be explained by Mamiya being in on the plan. For example, while the stand-in is showing himself at the security cameras, Mamiya could have easily provided Ihara access to a pair of underwear at the same time. Maybe the stand-in loitered around for so long because he was letting everyone else get themselves in place.
It's not impossible.
We can work out the other details later. But the point is, Ihara's murder alibi is shot if Mamiya was involved. In summary, it's possible Ihara disgraced himself to secure an unshakable alibi for Mikoshiba's murder.
I'll concede that it's an avenue worth pursuing.
And when it comes to the prosecution, they can't just admit they got the first case so wrong. Plus, they can't question Ihara about Mikoshiba's murder. In fact, their only option is to claim the tape was faked.
So he managed to make a farce out of the system after all.
Well, his court case for his son's bullying did get more or less thrown out, didn't it? The school, the investigative committee, and the court all agreed there wasn't enough evidence to convict anyone. No surprise for me that the guy held a grudge against the system for so long.
Hold on. Before we all decide on this.
What's up?
The obvious question to me is why would Mamiya be party to such a crime? She appears more than financially stable, and she's even raising a child. So why would she do something so enormously risky as helping establish a murder alibi?
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. But maybe she was promised something that far exceeds the risk. Or maybe Ihara has some kind of dirt on her even?
Enough to make her help with a murder? What sort of secret would be big enough to force someone into that corner?
A 53-year-old lead patrolman and a married office worker and mother. The only connection between them so far is the train station itself.
What info do we have on Mamiya anyway? Maybe we can spot a connection to Ihara through her profile.
I'll pull her information. Just a second.
Oh. I just thought of something else those two would have guaranteed by working together.
What's that?
If Ihara wanted to use this crime as a murder alibi, he needed it to blow up into the public eye. But if he had chosen a victim who stayed silent, then nothing would have come of it. A solid plan would need to eliminate that variable, which means Mamiya being an accomplice was crucial to Ihara's success.
That's true.
Looks like Ihara pulled one over on the prosecution then. Had his accomplices right where he wanted them, even his victim. Once we learn how he's connected to Mamiya, we can root out the rest of his team.
Let's see. According to her file, her maiden name is Yui Suzuki. 30 years old, so that's consistent. Originally from Ota, Tokyo. Attended a private high school called Kurakawa Academy. Later graduated from Toto University.
Huh.
Met her husband on the job, apparently. Her husband, Taichi Mamiya, is an industrial designer at Techno Zeta Inc. 6 years ago, she gave birth to their only son, Sotakun, who's now in first grade.
Hold on. You said she went to Kurakawa Academy? I heard that name in Ijincho. If I recall correctly...
Huh. I think...
That's not where Tsukumo went, was it? Before, you know...
Nah, Tsukumo-san studied remotely. He told...
Wait. Tsukumo went out drinking with you?
Yeah, we had fun.
Why didn't you guys even talk about it?
Hey, why am I getting grilled all of a sudden?
I agree. This is nowhere near relevant. Yagami-san, what were you saying about Kurokawa Academy?
When I went to scope out the murder scene, there were these 3 guys watching the detectives and me. They told us they were just checking things out. They mentioned they're Kurakawa grads too.
You have any ID on you?
Will my license work?
Kake-san, age 30.
Akaike-san, age 30. Mamiya's 30 as well.
What's that got to do with anything? Aren't we trying to find a connection between Mamiya and Ihara?
I found the Kurakawa Academy website. Looks like they're pretty prestigious. It's in Tokyo, specifically in Ota. Pretty close to where Mamiya lived. Oh.
What?
The girls there get such cute uniforms.
You little... You want to start all over from the bar exam?
Wait, I've seen that uniform before too, actually.
Where?
On an old picture of a teacher at Seiryo High. Sawa-sensei. Ihara's son confided in her. Is she actually a Kurakawa grad too? I don't know Sawa-sensei's exact age, but she could well be 30. Maybe all of them are even classmates.
Could this mean they're actually linked? The victim and her up-to-now unrelated assailant?
It's a tenuous link at best. Could fall apart any time. But no true detective alive would pass it up.
Oh, that's awesome. Converging heat. Huh.
A previously unseen link is established between the groper and the victim. Charting out their relationship is akin to tracing a spider's web. But with each false thread ruled out, only the improbable truth remains. Ihara orchestrated the groping as a diversion. And by tarnishing his name, he secures both an alibi and his ultimate revenge.
Huh. A detective board.
Hiro Mikoshiba's murder was sparked by the bullying of Toshiro Ihara, who committed suicide 4 years ago. The graphic video that hit the net showed the world how Toshiro's father, Akihiro Ihara, had brutally avenged his son. We also know the father had accomplices. On October 7th at 6:30 a.m., they forced Mikoshiba into a vehicle, took him to an abandoned building, and gravely injured him. Then, around 7:30 a.m., the time frame when Ihara killed Mikoshiba, the other conspirators were probably nearby, even though they weren't on camera.
At the same time, 30 kilometers away at Ikebukuro Station, a man who looks like Ihara is caught on camera. We'll call that guy the stand-in. The stand-in made sure he was in front of the cameras for more than an hour before boarding the 9:06 a.m. train, the same one Yui Mamiya was on. After committing sexual battery on that train, he meets the real Ihara in the camera's blind spot, and they change places. That's how he established a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. And to achieve this, the victim, Yui Mamiya, had to have been in on it from the start.
Sure are a lot of people getting their hands dirty for Ihara. Mamiya, Ihara stand-in on the train, the guys who kidnapped Mikoshiba. How did some troubled cop manage to recruit so many allies?
Well, one person that comes to mind who might be the key to all this is Yoko Sawa. She's a teacher at Seiryo High. She was the only adult Toshiro-kun ever told about the bullying, and she supervised Mikoshiba as a teacher before he disappeared. On top of that, she's a Kurokawa Academy graduate, same as Mamiya. Those trespassers at the murder scene were also from Kurokawa. Since they're all about the same age, it's possible they were all classmates.
So you're saying these classmates are also Ihara's murder accomplices?
If we consider Yoko Sawa the central link, that's very possible. We do know that as a teacher, she felt deep remorse for Toshiro-kun's suicide. Maybe she recruited her old classmates to help Ihara take his revenge.
Yeah, that's not to rule that out. Well, I'm hoping that's not the case.
Why's that?
It's just, she's a really good teacher. She's passionate, responsible. She's always putting the students first. I know she regrets the past, that a student died on her watch. And now another of her students, Mikoshiba, is found murdered. So if it turns out she's involved in that, I doubt I'll be able to trust my own judge of character ever again.
Yagami.
I'm going back to Ijincho tomorrow. The plan is to bring up Mamiya's name to Sawa-sensei and see how she reacts. Until then, let's not jump to conclusions about her involvement.
All right.
Can I chime in real quick? I was looking into Kurokawa Academy and I stumbled across something that may be relevant.
What's that?
Well, it happened 13 years ago, but there was an attempted suicide. A third year jumped off the school's roof after being thoroughly humiliated.
A bullying suicide from 13 years ago? Didn't Sawa-sensei mention that too? If I remember correctly, the student lived but remains in a coma to this day.
Actually, Sawa-sensei mentioned that. She said it was a boy in her class.
Right, that's gotta be the same case then. The student's name was Mitsuru Kusamoto. He's 30 now, but still in a coma.
Huh, and all that info's on the net?
It wouldn't be normally, but his mother happens to be Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. Ever heard the name Reiko Kusamoto?
Not once.
I have. It was on the news. They were talking about her and her son.
Vice ministers rank above most government officials, so this lady has quite a position of power at the Ministry of Health.
Well, do you remember the uproar in the Health Ministry when Vice Minister Ichinose got arrested? Apparently, his successor couldn't contain the resulting chaos, which is when Kusamoto-san got tapped to lead. They couldn't afford another criminal scandal, so her promotion was out of the blue. She was a safe choice, a veteran with tenure and experience. Not to mention, her son's tragedy made people see her as a more sympathetic figure. Very popular. She's kind of a new generation heroine, so to speak.
Huh.
Is any of that relevant to the case at hand, though?
Who knows? But Reiko Kusamoto and Ahara both have children who were bullying victims. I don't think that's a connection we can afford to overlook, if you ask me.
Okay, so Kusamoto's son. What exactly happened to him?
Let's see. He was bullied by a fellow third year at his school, Shinya Kawai. The records say he harassed Mitsuru-kun every day, in and out of school. Well, one time he even stuffed dirty rags in his mouth.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, and the teacher was a real piece of work. Apparently he knew, but he just smirked and said, "Don't overdo it."
Oh, I remember now. The media pounced on that one hard.
If they were classmates, then both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya would know about this.
And maybe because they couldn't save Mitsuru-kun, their guilt left them open to Ahara's persuasion.
But to prove that, we'll have to hear from them directly. I'll talk to Sawa-sensei first thing tomorrow.
That'd be helpful. In the meantime, I'll be working on Ahara's appeal. It's clear they missed something important in the trial, since Ahara is apparently innocent of sexual battery. Being that he was out committing murder at the time.
What started as a simple harassment case sure has blown up big.
Wow. Guess I'll head back to the office for today. Yep. Heading back to the office. Gotta go to Yokohama tomorrow. Man, what a day. All these conspiracies, these people who are conspiring against others. Something like that. Oh yeah.
Really, guys?
Alright, what's my... Ooh! Got so much. Wait, I got... Oh, okay. So... 1,200... Wait, what? Oh, that's what. Fine, I'll do that.
Here we go.
Let's wait. Let's go.
And stay down.
Oh yeah. Pocket tissues, those damn things. Oh. Ah, the detective agency. appears. Could use something like that. 3 years ago, still find it amusing that an American ninja came to help me fight a gang. Now he's opened up a dojo in Japan. Not sure what kind of person would go there, but apparently he's good enough to have a rival. Anyway, I need to find out more details. Ah, that guy. He's still sleeping?
Wait a minute. What?
Yo, took your sweet time. But I got the gist of it. You're going to Ijincho, right? To meet with Sawa-sensei?
Kaito.
Kaito-san, you do realize that only I can meet her. You can't get into the school.
I know, but if you end up taking it off campus, can you at least call me this time?
Don't you understand the situation? Sawa-sensei might be tied to murder.
Huh. You sure you understand it? Come on, she would never do that.
That a fact?
So happens I'm a great judge of character. Especially when it comes to women.
Ah, sometimes I forget who I'm talking to.
If she is tied to the murder and responsible, we're gonna rub it in Kaito's face. Just a little laugh. Alright. Oops. Right into that one. Right, so I gotta head to Jincho. I'm gonna take a... I think there's a cab. Yep. There's one right here. 3. Okay. I do actually lose track of them sometimes. Whew. Noise? Huh.
Well, first stop, it's gotta be Chinatown. Can't face Tsukumo on an empty stomach.
Never a dull day for you, huh, Kaito-san?
It's a selection, man. I've already worked out the math. I figure if I hit 4 or 5 places a day...
What? What's up?
Check that out. It's Akutsu.
Kamurocho thugs are looking pretty out of place here.
Yo! Akutsu! What are you fools doing in town? Hey! Don't ignore me! It's Kaito! Fancy seeing you here!
I'm kind of busy here, man. Catch you later.
What an asshole. Ijincho's a long way from home. And he's traveling with a small army.
Would he have come all this way because of us?
Nah, we just caught him totally off guard. He's not out here for us. Gotta be something else.
But something's not right if they're just cruising around. It's gotta be an RK operation. He brought too many guys for it to be something more personal.
Yeah. Kamurocho streets can be tough. Maybe they gave up. Well, whatever they came out here to do, we ought to keep our noses the hell out of their business. But you better hustle. You're gonna be late for class. I'll catch you after school.
I should head to Seiryo High School. I need to find out if Mamiya really has a connection to Sawa-sensei. That's a good idea. Maybe. Alright, that one I know. While drug attacks fill your EX gauge faster, new moves become available. That's awesome. New message. Yami-san, just a reminder in case you've forgotten. I like your advice on another case we're currently investigating. A great mystery is brewing at our school, one that could very well be hiding in plain sight. Does that pique your interest? If so, please come knock on the MRC room door. Okay, we'll do. So they've got a lead on something. I want to try out this little mystery first. I wonder if there's a boxing thing.
Yagami-san.
Oh, Yagami-san, thank you for coming. Yeah. Yep, outside counselor for the MRC at your service.
Yagami-san.
Hey, congrats on that, Yagami-san. Definitely better than being on Sis's bad side. She must have really laid into you, huh? She was all worked up the day before, ranting about busting that pervert.
I guess so.
Yeah, I almost ended up on the front page of the papers as some kind of high school creeper thanks to her.
Sorry.
I had to apologize for that.
By the way.
So, Mao-san, Amasawa, you wanted to talk to me about something? Yes, there's a rather nasty rumor going around. We're hoping you could help us with the investigation.
Well...
As a matter of fact, there's a possibility that the Sugar Baby incident is actually related to this rumor. I suppose I ought to do my duty as advisor. Legend. Somewhat recently, a large number of Ijincho teens have begun engaging in illicit behavior. All these delinquency issues are flying under the radar, without any authority figures catching wise so far. Which is surprising considering they really run the gamut. Shoplifting, smoking, sugar babies, street racing, gambling, phone scams. Even more surprisingly, many of these cases are otherwise reputable students who decided to break bad out of the blue, almost simultaneously. That is rather strange. The most intriguing part of the rumor, though, is that a single individual has enabled this criminal activity. You mean there's a mastermind behind it all, or something? At least in effect. If the rumor is accurate, someone is leading these students down a dark path. Word is getting to the point that this sole person appears to be the entire source of all this delinquency. Sounds almost like some kind of urban legend. Apparently, the Seiryo High students refer to him as the Professor. I like to believe it's a reference to Sherlock Holmes' greatest nemesis, Professor James Moriarty. He masterminded all sorts of criminal acts throughout London. In his debut story, he's referred to as the Napoleon of crime.
In other words...
But perhaps it would be more accurate to refer to our own professor as the Napoleon of delinquency.
So, to sum it up...
This is fascinating stuff, but you said it's all just rumors so far, right?
No.
Well, the recurring themes in these rumors are specific enough to make me think there's something to them.
Well...
Apparently there's a secret website run by the professor that only Seiryo students can access. I've identified some students who admit they know of the site, but they're not exactly opening up to me any further. Ooh, a secret website, huh? What's it supposed to be? Some kind of message board? I've always heard those wind up turning into pits of anonymous hate. Nothing but places for bullies to get their kicks.
Yes.
Likewise. However, there's apparently a unique feature on the professor's website that's got that's gotten the students' attention? What kind of unique feature? Well, when students write posts stating their desire for something, it sounds like the professor appears and grants their wishes.
Unbelievable.
Grants wishes? That's absurd.
No.
May I remind you, this is only a rumor. But I imagine if some of those wishes are for answers on tests, for a way to make easy money, or to get revenge on certain individuals. Okay, this is starting to sound like a little more like a case than an urban legend. But it's still awful hard to swallow.
Yes.
Yes, but it sounds dangerous enough to merit investigation, considering the hooligans that the professor seems to surround himself with. This is someone no high schooler should turn to for assistance.
I see.
Oh, he's got hooligans? That complicates things.
Hey!
What's a hooligan? The kind of punk who pulls scams and runs shady businesses. Sort of like the Yakuza, but without any of the rules or discipline. They can be a lot worse to deal with. Anti-gang laws only apply to them, so they're hard to sweep up. More and more of them are popping up ever since the Tojo and the Omi disbanded.
Right.
Wow, I had no idea.
Well...
On a related note, I've heard that the dance club's sugar baby nearly got caught up in a dangerous situation. But some large, vulgar men suddenly appeared and offered her protection. Apparently, they were sent to serve as her enforcers. I'm surprised you know what they're called. I read a lot of books. At any rate, considering the range of criminal activity we're already discussed, I imagine this hypothetical operation in Jicho would be quite a lucrative one.
If I were to guess...
In fact, it could very well be lucrative enough for someone to decide it's worth capitalizing on. Perhaps with the use of a mysterious frontman. Okay, so all the talk about the professor might just be a smokescreen to let these thugs run their schemes. It actually sounds more plausible.
Yes.
You see now? From the right perspective, this urban legend actually appears rather mundane. Amasawa, I think I've got a solid grasp of the situation. Do you need anything new from me? Or should I keep it at it with the dance club for now?
Yes.
No, please just continue your efforts, thank you. In the meantime, I'll keep after the professor rumors and sniff out anything useful. I know you've already had your hands full, but depending on what I hear, we may need you to infiltrate some other communities as well. Sure, just let me know when you need me. Oh, by the way, there's an app I recommend you download if you're going to be getting more involved. What is it? It's a scheduling system for tracking your activities and responsibilities. It seems popular amongst teachers who are also club advisors. I imagine it'll do you some good, considering your increasing involvement in school life. School diary. Okay. Huh. Has become a playground for all sorts of shady activity as of late. At the behest of Kyoko Amasawa, president of the Mystery Research Club, Yagami looks into these matters and forms bonds with the students along the way. These investigations are known as school stories. As Yagami infiltrates different communities and leaves a positive impact on the students, his leadership will grow. This will help him see each story through to the end. Teamwork, focus, guts, appeal. The community, the stronger your leadership will grow. The type of leadership that grows depends on the community you help. When a specific type of leadership levels up, you may be able to infiltrate a new community.
Now that you mention it...
By the way, Yagami-san, I heard from the chairman that you have a lawyer's license? Yeah, although I'm not practicing anymore. What about it?
No.
Oh, nothing. It's just the thought of almost accusing a lawyer of being a voyeur gives me the shivers. Think I could sue for defamation. Please don't. That was a joke, kid. A joke. Don't you get a joke? What the hell was that? That was the MRC. Okay. Let's head to the faculty room. I believe it was the second floor. Dirty iron.
Oh. What is it, Yagami-san?
Sensei, do you have a minute?
I saw the video of Mikoshiba-kun.
So you did. That video, right?
I thought Ehara-san was convicted for a sex offense. How could he be in that video killing Mikoshiba-kun? But then that video looked so real.
Most likely it is. As you unfortunately had to witness, Ehara-san committed murder with his own two hands. Which means as far as the groping that day goes, there's some deception at work.
Deception?
Are you familiar with Ehara-san's victim in the case? Her name is Yui Mamiya.
I don't think I recognized her, no.
13 years ago, she attended Kurakawa Academy. Her maiden name is Yui Suzuki.
Yui Suzuki? Just a minute. Are you saying she was the one Ehara-san groped?
So you do know her then? Were you two classmates?
We were, in our third year of high school.
I had a hunch. You didn't know she was the victim of that whole incident?
I mean, it's just so hard to believe.
Does this all seem like a wild coincidence to you then? Your old student's father gropes one of your high school classmates at a station with 3 million daily travelers.
What are you implying?
I'm saying your old friend Yui might be cooperating with Ehara-san. As in, she only played the part of the victim. She might have even known it was all to hide a murder.
What? But why? Why would she do that for him?
She really doesn't seem to know any of the connection between Ehara and Mamiya. If this is all an act, then she's an amazing actress.
From where I'm sitting, Sensei, you're connected to Ehara and Yui Mamiya. I just need your help figuring out what that connection is.
Yagami-san, please. Are you implying I was some kind of liaison between them?
Well, Sensei, what was your relationship with Yui Mamiya? Were you close? Or would you say classmates covers it?
The two of us were never really that close. To be honest, I didn't really like the group of kids she hung out with. I guess you could say we didn't have the same interests.
When was the last time you saw her? Did you have a high school reunion by any chance?
They held a reunion around the time I graduated from college, but I didn't feel like going. That same class bullied a kid into jumping off the roof.
So if that's the case, you haven't seen any of your classmates since you all graduated from Kurakawa?
That's right.
Okay then. The thing is, Ehara-san and Mamiya are connected. It is kinda loose, but it's there. They have one thing in common.
What?
In both of their pasts, someone they knew was bullied to the point of attempting or committing suicide. Ehara-san lost his son, Toshiro-kun, and as for Yui Mamiya, it's her classmate, Mitsuru Kusumoto. That could be a factor, especially for Mamiya. It's possible that Ehara-san would be a sympathetic figure to her. Maybe enough to help construct an alibi for his revenge. It's possible she only played the part of a groping victim. What do you think? Does it have any merit, or is my theory full of holes?
Even if you're on the right track...
Sawa-sensei? We're just waiting on you to start the staff meeting.
Sorry, I'll be right there.
What happened 13 years ago at Kurakawa? That might be the last piece of the puzzle. What about Yui Mamiya? How'd she react when Mitsuru Kusumoto tried to kill himself by jumping off that roof?
I'm sorry. I'm already late for my meeting.
I'm trying to ask you about a murder here. To Ehara, every unanswered question is a victory for that man. He's only a step away from walking for it. And I know Mamiya had other conspirators. It took more than one person to murder Mikoshiba. They're still at large, even as we speak. I'll be honest. I came here today with the suspicion that you might be more involved in this murder than you're letting on.
A suspicion?
Nothing you've said has made me feel any better about it.
And what should I do about that, huh?
I just want you to tell me, how are Ehara-san and Mamiya connected beyond what I've already figured out? I think you have the key to that answer, even if you don't know that you're the one holding it. It's like a lock. And until I figure out how to get through it, I'm gonna keep picking at it.
I told you. I'm late for a meeting.
I'll be here when you get back. Have a good meeting.
Suit yourself.
Jeez. It's not going great. But at least I've learned she was classmates with Mamiya. I'll take the wins where I can get them. Saori-san will want to hear that later too. Leave the high school. There we go. Oh yeah, I was going to tell Saori-san about Sawa-sensei and Mamiya.
Hey, Saori-san? It's Yagami.
Hey, did you manage to talk to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, turns out she really was in Mamiya's class. And they were both aware of the suicide incident with their classmate.
Good to know. While we're on the topic, Hoshino-kun got his hands on some new info.
Let's hear it.
The bully at Kurokawa High was named Shinya Kawai. He transferred out right after Mitsuru-kun jumped, as if he were running away. Once he came of age, it looks like he worked here in Kamurocho.
Wow. You really can find a lot online.
Yes, and to top it off, Kawai earned a reputation for talking about how he drove a classmate to suicide. Like he's proud of it. Maybe he thought he'd get a laugh in Kamurocho.
Probably would.
Kawai was more or less a Yakuza, though he never swore into it. I just sent you his picture. It was taken 5 years ago.
What? This guy?
You recognize him?
Not too long ago, some RK punks came asking his whereabouts. Said he was a girls' bar manager who went missing.
Yeah, it looks like he did work at a girls' bar. But we don't know which one.
Okay, so the guy's definitely suspicious. What business would RK have with him?
Do you know if they ever found him?
No. But their leader, Soma, said something about Kawai having already been killed. Like he just vanished from Kamurocho a few years ago, and that was it.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, two known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
That is so interesting. I did not know that. Wow. Man, that was really weird. I think RK might have killed Kawai or something. Otherwise, it might have been Ihara. No, wait. It was a few years ago.
How was it, Saori-san? What did Yagami-san have to say?
He said he recently ran into some RK members looking for Shinya Kawai.
Did he?
He also said RK later told him Kawai had been killed.
This is getting scarier with every new lead.
Now that you mention it, I have seen people getting stopped and asked about someone all over town. But if those were RK on the hunt for Kawai, could it have something to do with our case as well?
Putting aside the connection between Mikoshiba and Kawai, why is RK suddenly so involved?
I'm honestly not sure how RK could be involved in all this. I'm going out for a bit, Hoshino-kun. Do me a favor and keep digging up what you can on Kauai.
Wait, what?
Sometimes you have to get out in the field. It can't just be Yagami-san all the time.
Wait, we're playing as her now? What the hell?
You don't mean you're going straight to Arcade for some answers?
What else would I be doing? I need to know why they were looking for Kauai.
Then I'm coming with. I can't just let you do that alone.
Don't worry. It's still light out, and I plan on staying in the open. Besides, if I'm alone, they'll be more eager to talk.
That may be, but still, I'll just call you about every 10 minutes then. For your safety.
I find that rather unnecessary.
You sure?
He's a little pushy. Weirdo. But I am going to stop right here. This is getting really weird. I did not know we've been playing sorry, but this is really weird. But yeah, this is a really cool game. I am really getting interested in the story so far. But I am really, really excited to see what the story unfolds into. Who is the perpetrator behind these murders. But apart from that, that's all the time I have for this stream. There will be one more today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, click that like button, comment down below what was your favorite, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you want to see more, and if you do that, you'll get notified when the live streams go live. And also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter to keep up to date with the posts and the streams, everything. And apart from that, take care everybody. And